Okay, so I just want to thank everybody for coming out. Your support really means the world to us and what we're trying to do here. I'd like to thank Keene University for giving us this unbelievable place, especially Alyssa D. Scala. And we got this place because of the chief of Scotch Plains, John Mostarchik. I appreciate it, John, thank you. He saw what we were doing and he said, you know, let's make this really nice and we'll get Keene University to host it. So we really appreciate the generosity. And of course, the sponsor of the entire two-day class, Michael Barish from Barish and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community. It's a very generous sponsorship that he gave us this class to train us in an important area that we all need to understand. And that's why we're here, because I saw a while ago in Jersey City, there's nothing new to peer support, okay? It was like the Secret Service. Guys were helping each other, you know, but it was quiet. Everybody kept it quiet because people were embarrassed. They didn't want to admit they had a problem. So guys before me, and I bring up a lot of guys in Jersey City all the time, Tom Brown, Bobby Kyle, Captain Mack, my mentor, Butchie Lopez. Captain Danny Mack was one of the biggest guys that helped me on this job, taught me about the solution. It's okay to struggle and have a problem. So what? You were drinking and you had some problems. He helped me get on the right road, straighten out my life, and because of that, I started to excel in my life. I started using my negative energy in the right way. Because people on a job that I respected I knew him from growing up from 27 Schoolyard in Jersey City, being a tough guy, an athlete. And now he's on a job and he changed his life around. And because of this, not only have I excelled in my life and my career, but I became a better husband, a better father, a better son, a better brother, a better friend, okay? And my life became something. And life's not easy, okay? I struggle and stress all the time, okay? But through help and people, peer-to-peer especially, guys on a job that I had to talk to, going to functions, I had the guys that I knew were like me, trying to change their life, and we hooked up, okay? You know, cool almost killed me when I was young. I say that all the time. I tell my kids that. Cool kills, okay? There's a new kind of cool. The cool is being responsible, doing something with your life, helping other people. There's not a better, bigger calling in life than to help other people. And that's what this is all about, especially the guys on the job and what we go through. We're going to show you that. So before I start, I just want to ask, you know, I want to say I thank the RAFF, especially Drew Kane, okay, that I know. I know him for years. He kind of mentors me and helps me. And he builds my confidence, because when I started doing this, I had no clue what I was doing. Not a clue. I just knew in my heart. I saw what the RAFF was doing, and I'm going to show you, okay, that, wow, that makes sense. You don't have to be an expert, okay, because I was doing that anyway. I was helping guys struggle with alcohol and drugs and stuff over the years, okay. This is bringing things into the light now, and it's not just about alcohol and drugs. It's about stress, anxiety, and depression, suicide, and we're helping a lot of people, okay. So it's unbelievable. And before I let the chief from Jersey City say a little something, first thing I want to do is just thank the Maker, my Creator. You know, since I found God in my life, my whole life has turned around. Okay, there's not anything that I can't do as long as I'm living on the right end of that, and I try to do the right thing in everything I do. Okay, and with that, what God does, that's not weakness. God transformed my spaghetti spine to steel. That's what He's done in my life, that I can handle anything that comes down. I don't like handling it all, but I do. Okay, and with that, I just got to thank my God. Thank you. And with that, Cody, you want to just say something about the team before we start?
Yeah, okay. I've been with Paul. He's the driving force of this. That's why everybody's here. I just want to give him a round of applause. All right, so we're cousins but like brothers, right? Long time. But when he started this, he came to me and asked me, you know, I want to do this. I said, that's great. He goes, but you got to help me. And I'm like, so anyway, I've been hanging on to his tail through this whole thing, and his energy's off the charts. His heart is there. That's why it is what it is. And, you know, I thank him for it. Now I'm in a different position, so I have a different perspective on this. It's interesting how things happen, right? But now I'm the chief of the department, so everything kind of ends up there. And when it comes, it's an amazing tool in our toolbox to deal with, right? Because you want to help people. This is a family. And sometimes we don't know what to do. But this peer support thing works. You're going to hear some testimonies today from guys from our job, could bring you to tears. And you heard cousin Paulie say how it changed his life. And I'm sure these people are going to, mirror just what he said. And there's many people in the audience that have been through it. The peer support thing is embedded in our department. It's something that can't really be created from the outside. I feel that we are the conduit to get them the professional help they need. Our guys, ourselves, life changes quickly, and the first ones to see it is us. So that's the basis of this peer support. And again, to see it from the different levels I've been at on the department, and not having anything to do, and we all see it. I've been over 40 years now on the fire department, and you saw stuff coming, we all did, and maybe we didn't know where to go. Now we have somewhere to go. We have a way to take care of our family early, to prevent stuff. So I can't thank Cousin Paulie enough for doing this, and I'm going to just hand it over to him. Thanks for being here. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief John. Nothing on our job gets done alone. Okay, I'm not the Lone Ranger here. His support, the guys on my team support, it's incredible. I wouldn't do it. I got unbelievable, beautiful people. I love the people on the peer support team. Okay, because of their help and their support, that's why I'm able to keep going on. So we need everybody working together, unity. Okay, not this guy, don't like that guy. Let's all put our stuff on the side and do what's right. Don't matter what union you're from. It matters that we're helping our brothers and sisters straighten out their lives. Firefighters, our own kind, first responders. Okay, we got to look out for each other, because if we don't, nobody else will. All right, and so one thing I just want to say is who I am. I'm Paul Drennan. That's who I am. Okay, I live in Tom's River in the suburbs with my wife and two beautiful kids God gave me. I'm married almost 30 years now. I've been on a job 28 years, 7 years in each rank. Okay, each rank brings more responsibility, and more responsibility to be responsible for a lot of people. It's no joke. Okay? I come from a family of firefighters. My father and his 4 brothers were firefighters. I was a 5th brother when I got on a job. There was 5 of us in my family that were on a job. We come from humble beginnings, a little house in Jersey City, 9 kids living in the same house with 1 bathroom. It was crazy. Okay? But it made me who I am today. Okay? I'm very grateful for everything I have in this life. And then when I got on this job, I found purpose. I get to help other people. What a purpose we have on this job, and that's a special bond. Okay? And then I found my calling, and it was being a firefighter for the Jersey City Fire Department. Okay? And I'm going to talk about some stuff and stress and job stress right now. Okay? And show you what we did in Jersey City. It's really short. Okay? I'm going to get to it fast. Pay attention so you understand. I appreciate that there's chief departments here, because you're guys that are going to try to start this. Or if they're not here and you got guys that want to start it, back them up and support them. Okay? Because it takes your support, you fighting to get the money for training. Okay? It takes us all trying to do the right thing for each other. Okay? And now I'm going to get right into this PowerPoint. And I'm not used to the fancy stuff here, so here we go. Okay? It's not a job, it's a calling. Firefighters are tough, we like to have fun. We love our job, right? We go to job, we're joking around in the firehouse. We got a lot of strong personalities, alpha males and females. Okay? It's a tough place. Sometimes if you're a little timid. Okay? Our job gives us purpose and a feeling of well-being. It sure does. Okay? When we get to help other people. We get to help everyone, no matter what, and each other. Go in all different types of incidents, no matter what the weather is. Okay? High rises, shipboard fires, okay? Anything, explosions, gas leaks, we're going there. Okay? People are leaving, and we're going in. Okay? No matter what happens, no matter the weather. If it's your son's birthday, my daughter used to get sick, you're going to work? I mean, yeah, but I'm going to be home. I'll be home for 3 days afterwards. And so we got to go to work. If hurricane's coming, I got to go to work. Okay? So, and you go the night before. So, a lot of responsibility, a lot of pressure. The nature of our job, it creates that. Putting your life on the line, seeing a lot of death and destruction, it creates a special bond. It's essential to always stay positive and optimistic. Okay? However, what we see and do affects all of us. Okay, so with that, I keep forgetting it's right there. I think I got to turn around. So, life and stress. Everybody has life stress, right? Bad things happen to everybody. A loved one dies, a child could die, God forbid. Okay, but it happens, you know? A child is born with a disability, physical and mental, okay? And you gotta deal with that as life's kicking your butt sometimes. Elderly parents, my father, when my mother died, he lived with us for many years. It was a special gift, my kids got to know him. But as he got older, it got stressful, especially when he got dementia. It was hard to manage, you know, so, and then I gotta go to work for 24 hours and have a lot of responsibility. Marriages, having communication problems, a divorce, fights, relationships ain't working out, a betrayal, okay, and you gotta go to work and have your head on right, especially in our jobs, especially if you have responsibility. We got infants, your wife's busy with the kids, you gotta get home and help out. You got little kids, you're coaching teams, you gotta go to work, okay? You got teenagers, it's in capital letters, because we all know that problem. I got a couple of them right now, driving us crazy all the time, okay? Homes, repairs, appliances break, the cars, everything's insurances, financial problems, right? So we all get second jobs. I was a plumber and a firefighter most of my life, and then I got into teaching, which is a hell of a lot better than plumbing. But we work up much. So if most families have to have two spouses working in order to pay the bills, it's expensive to live in today's world. You know, and we want to have more for our families, so we're working hard to provide, right? And then what happens is people run to alcohol, drugs, prescription drugs. People could get hurt. Guys on the job I saw get hooked on prescription drugs and OxyContin. We lost guys on our job from all of this stuff in the past. Okay? And just making bad decisions sometimes, one bad decision after the other. Okay? And then people need help. And then this leads us to the job stress. Okay? And this is the stuff that we all see every day, and sometimes we take it for granted. And sometimes we love, our adrenaline goes, we don't even realize the dangers we're in sometimes, especially in the lower ranks. I never really realized it until I became, battalion chief and deputy chief, incident commander outside the building, being responsible for every life that's in that building. The weight of responsibility is intense on our job, especially when you're the tall commander and incident commander. Okay? So here's some job stress.
I would say that firefighters do have an extremely stressful job.
We see people in the worst times, the worst moments. Unfortunately, I have seen firefighters struggle and deal with very stressful situations that it ends up getting into their personal lives. I unfortunately lost dear friends. I've seen the families that break up. Public safety, police, fire, and EMS are more prone to mental health problems. We see terrible things every day. At some point, your guard's down. At some point, your cup has taken on too much, and it overflows. And it doesn't mean that you're weak. It just means that that day you took in a little too much.
Okay. My job's physically and mentally challenging. This is an incident. I was a battalion chief on Grant Avenue in Jersey City. It was freezing cold out. After we started putting water, it wasn't snowing or anything yet. There was ice, everybody was covered in ice. My feet were numb, going back to the battalion car. I was walking like I had ice blocks on my feet. At that incident, four civilians died in one of them buildings. At this one, this is on Monticello Avenue in Jersey City. I was a battalion chief. They evacuated the structure that's fully involved on the other side. And I didn't hear the evacuation tone. My radio was dead. But I heard the air horns, and then eventually I came out. I remember Chief O'Reilly, who was a great chief and cared about people. He was like worried sick. He was hugging me when I came out. He thought that I was not coming out. I remember that very closely. So we all have all of these moments, right? Here's another fire in Jersey City. I was a deputy chief, incident commander. That's a brace frame fire on the low floors. That means the weakest is the mortise and tenon, right? Possibility of collapse. If it's a long duration fire. Guys are in offensive attack. They're both occupied buildings. You can't even see that roof, and these guys are going on a roof. Both roofs we were offensive in all the buildings there until I got a report from one of my battalion chiefs saying that the roof's sagging, it's collapsing. I had to evacuate everybody out of the building. Okay. This is Jersey City, another fire. We were coming back from a two-bagger in Liberty State Park. Brush fire, it was 2-alarm brush fire. On the way back, reported fire on arrival, that's what we had. Guys are going into offensive fire attack, fully occupied buildings, of course, right? See the white smoke, they're lining in there, and they put it out, and you see the white hat out there? That guy out there is very happy that that fire went out and no one got hurt. There were civilians that did get hurt, but they wound up surviving. Okay, here's an incident in, that's Harrison. We went out there on mutual aid. We got, this is an offensive attack. There are men in this structure. There's 4 Jersey City firefighters in that building. I'm sure some of you guys saw this video already, but some didn't. Just watch what happens here. Watch what happens. Watch what happens right here. Okay. 4 guys from Jersey City got rushed to hospital. I'm sure other people did too. I just remember the Jersey City guys. This is more recent, 2022 in Jersey City. You hear the anxiety in these people's voices. You have the homeowner, the tenant. It's their 9/11. They're going to lose all their stuff. Okay? The community's affected when stuff happens, when tragedy takes place. What I like about this video, and don't like about it, is the anxiety. I like that these women are praying, but the anxiety in their voice gives me anxiety. He was starting to get burned, so he jumped. He was okay now, mine burned. So, job stress is real, okay? New hires get on a job. I've been working with fire academies. They're calling me up, the kid's failing, the kid can't pass physically. I go down there and try to work with them, help them pass to whatever we gotta do. It's stressful, okay? They get on a job, they're probies. We call them a friggin' new guy. I gotta say a nicer word today, okay? They break his chops, they're breaking his balls, he's coming in the firehouse, or she, nobody gets a free pass. And it's stressful. You got all of them alpha male and females, and you're coming into this firehouse, it's intimidating. Then they become chauffeurs. They gotta know what's on the rig, they gotta know where they're going. They get in this rig, they become first to at a fire, they gotta know how to operate it, whether it's an aerial or pumper. Charge the line, make sure it's the proper pressure, hook up to a hydrant, they gotta get a secure water source. It's a lot of pressure. Okay? Studying for promotionals, everybody knows how that can be, right? It's very stressful, the sacrifice and dedication. And I always say getting on the list is easy, getting off the list is the harder part. Okay? The responsibility that comes with the promotion, every rank, lieutenant, captain, battalion chief, deputy chief, okay? The higher you go up, the more responsibility you get, It's a lot. People's lives are at stake, okay? And especially being an incident commander, tall commander, there's nothing like the weight of that responsibility, okay? We go to every type of incident. We see death and destruction, multiple deaths, children deaths, okay? It's horrible. Sometimes you go on first responders and the kid, a little baby's been abused and it's dead, it's just horrible. Okay? Our sleep patterns get screwed up, going on calls all night. It screws you up after a while. I used to love the 24 hours. As I got older, I felt like I was trapped. I was never going to go home. Okay? Eating habits, you're running around all day. Guys are eating crap, and you just eat whatever's there, and that affects you too. Okay? And God forbid you got a bad supervisor that ain't supporting you. There's nothing worse on our type of job than if you got a bad supervisor that don't support you. This ain't 9 to 5 what we do. Okay? We need full support, confidence, because we got to make split-second decisions. So if you got a bad supervisor, don't back it off. That's horrible, and it should never happen on our job. All right, close calls, we all have had them. Okay? This thing works here, right? So there's the Statue of Liberty, is all Jersey City. That's Liberty State Park. There was a port here, an ammunition dock, and rail trains went out. There was train tracks here. This is a concrete pier, right? And there was a fire underneath it. I was there. Chief Drennan was there too. He was the captain on rescue. I was on rescue that day as an alternate. And we went out there. There was a miscommunication with the Army Corps of Engineers. They were trying to knock a piece off to fall into the New York Bay. And you know, the whole pier was shaking, we weren't even close to him. We were trying to communicate, we couldn't. Next thing you know, we look up, telephone poles are coming down, concrete's going up into the air, and we're all running for our lives. The next thing you know, I'm in the Hudson, the New York Harbor, and I have to be rescued. There was like a dozen of us that got tossed into the water. The worst injury was like a broken ankle and bumps and bruises, thank God. And that was right after 9/11. I remember looking at the pier going, I can't believe it's gone, that they're gone. I was a captain, 2025, that's the back of 2005. And I was a captain. I got burned pretty good on the back. Stuff went down knocked off my helmet, went down my coat, and I got burned pretty good. Went to St. Barnabas. And I got to talk about my man, Dayon Cobbs, from Newark. Okay, he's our friend. He's the peer support team leader in Newark. And this just happened a couple of summers ago, 2022. Kathy called me up and said, Dayon got burned. I was in Patterson at a promotional ceremony, and I called up cousin Stevie, and we went running over to the hospital to see Dayon. Thank God he was okay. He had some surgery, and he's back on duty, still on duty. And then that's how I got to meet Kathy Conlon, you know, and she's been an asset to the fire department since I can remember, before my time, even my brothers way back when. Okay, and she helped me make an SOP. After that incident, we made an SOP, number 43, for burns, how to get treated for your burns at St. Barnabas. We see the worst things on our job, and this is the absolutely worst people, okay? And this is what we see, okay? Anything can happen. This is Liberty State Park, probably the late 90s, okay? That's when I had hair back then. See that nice hair? Okay? I don't know what happened, okay? Stay on. Come on, Danny. There it comes up. Take the other. There it is. Bear with me. There it is. Okay? And that's Exchange Place, right there. The same building's coming down in Jersey City, of course, 2001. My high school was right over to the right a little bit, and they were in, since I had been born, them buildings, well, not since I was born, in the 70s when they were built. I remember them being built. They've been there. Can't believe they're gone. Okay? This is us searching and rescuing. Jersey City guys. I saw all Jersey guys, North guys over there from other towns, North Hudson, Bayonne. This is firefighter Weaver at the time, retired captain. You don't think there's stress in his eyes right there? You know? Okay? We were there before they fell with mutual aid. He's lucky he got out of there. Okay? This is, I remember sitting on that beam, that's all Jersey City and North guys and New York guys right there, all working together, finding body parts and throwing them into the body bag. This stuff adds up, okay? The stress of the job and life can add up. Firefighters remain more likely to die by suicide than on duty. Too many firefighters in New Jersey. Somebody isn't here probably because she's had a lot of suicidal in the fire department. I know because I've been watching and hearing it from everybody. Depression, burnout, anxiety, stress, suicidal ideation, PTSD. It's real, it's not make-believe, okay? Firefighter suicide is double the rate of the general population, okay? So this is the point I want to make. You know, it's coming. I'm not going to be too much longer, believe me. Tough guy culture has to end. The real tough guy and girls see there's a problem and seek help, okay? This got to end, and we're going to do it by having peer support teams, okay? Breaking the top.
Could I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Just about the stress, I learned something new, right? Got invited over to the city to Randall's Island. They were doing a thing on May Day. They invited us over. Incredible program. Those guys are the best. They really, you know, they offer all the help, and we take it when we can. So they did this program on stress, and it was really a May Day thing. And they were talking about a couple different incidents, and they're actually wearing monitors, the battalion chiefs and some of the other firefighters, on their wrist, right, to monitor their heart rate and what stress does to you. So they're figuring out what stress does to the mind and how it negatively affects us. Right, stress, anytime we're not at peace, we're not making good decisions, you gotta control your breathing, all really good stuff. But the interesting part was, obviously, the guys in the room, I could see the experience, been in a lot of those situations because of the bullies put up with, right? It is, you know your heart's racing, you know your life's on the line. You know, even when we do training, we could never create, really having your life on the line, right? Because in training, we're not going to, okay? So that's different, can't be recreated to that point. However, We know the guys inside that building, we know it, we feel it, we know we're stressed out, but I get that, but the guys in white shirts outside the building, there was a battalion chief in one of the incidents they had, they lost multiple people, it was on the news, and his heart rate, right, he was at 60, he was at 185 and holding, and he stood there, he was at this seminar, and he said, you know what I was doing? I was standing in front of the building. Unbelievable. And we talk sometimes about it, me and the deputy chief, and now where I am, going to all the fires, I would rather be inside that building than the stress you feel standing out in front of that building. You think that affects our stress, our decision making? You think it affects us after that? Wow. Okay, so it was interesting. Guess who else had the most stress on a fire ground? The chauffeur. Because we know how important that is to get water. And those initial minutes in there, getting your water, making sure you got, okay, so there's stress out there that we sometimes don't realize we're under. And it has its effects. Okay, so I thought it was really interesting. Just wanted to share that with you guys.
Okay. So here's the real important stuff, right? The message I gotta get out to everybody, okay? A comprehensive peer support team within your department's the first step, okay? So brothers helping brothers and sisters, right? Men and women brave enough to share their stories, keeping our peers informed about the existence of our team, okay? That we're available all the time. It's us making a peer support team inside the job, not from coming from outside agents all the time, okay? We're effective in Jersey City because we're putting emails out, we're putting notices out, we are getting the word out, people are seeing us, we're having meetings, they know we have a team, we're helping people. People are aware of it and they're getting help. And once they started becoming aware of it, I was getting phone calls all the time. And sometimes it was getting annoying because I got a life too. But that's why we have a team, to share it, okay? To share the responsibilities. So, you know, putting the stories out there and telling people your life story, like I said, I had some problems, right? Big deal. It's the truth. That's why I can look people in the eyes. I'm not afraid to talk to people. And I have empathy for people that are struggling. And I'm not as scared of the boss, okay? I can look anyone in the eye because I'm doing what's right, okay? So my past that was bad my mess became my masterpiece, you know, set me going down a road, a very unbelievable, great road that all of us could have, okay? So it's there for everybody. So when people share their story, people see it and say, wow, I got issues too, I'm gonna go get help, okay? So an effective peer can prevent the tragedy, and that's the thing too. So we're working in between. Guys are coming in earlier, before they get the DWI, before they crash and kill somebody, before they commit suicide, okay? Maybe we can help them. And maybe we can't. Some people you can't help. But at least we're trying it and we're confronting it and we're trying to help people. And if they do it, and we tried to help them and they do something stupid, at least we tried. We didn't turn the other cheek. We didn't turn our back on him and go, oh, he screwed up, he'll never get it. No, we attempted, okay? That's why I call this the calling within a calling. So we have a calling to help people, right, with our job, but we turn our back on each other. He screwed up, she's a drunk, he's this. You know, we talk about each other, Facebook, all that crap. All right? This is where the real men and women, the responsible people, step up to the plate and do the right thing and get people help. Okay? So this is how you break the culture. Okay? With the local unions and the chief of departments that are here, okay, you are guys that are going to break the culture. You know, support any peer support team. Try to get one in your department, because if you do, that's going to be the effective way. Everybody wants to break the culture. The culture is not going to break from outside agents coming in when a disaster happens. The culture is going to break when we all do it within our departments. That's what's going to break the culture. I didn't know this 4 years ago when we were really getting things rolling, okay? But I know it now, and I just want to share it with everybody. That's why we're here, okay? So, pretty much what I'm saying, we need to work from the inside out because it's way more effective, okay? And then, now we're sharing, us and Nork, because they started their team, we're sharing resources, we're helping each other out, because we all need help, okay? Especially if they had a couple of bad things happen to them. It could be Jersey City next, it could be North Hudson, it could be Bayonne, it could be Elizabeth, okay? We need to be helping each other, okay? Said that, okay? So the resources such as the PFA&J and the FMBA, they are extremely significant, and we need them, okay? Especially if something happens and you're too close to us and we can't handle it. You know, maybe North can't come in and help because it's so big, but they're going to come and help just like we help them, you know? But we work together then and help each other out, okay? But for the most part, the stuff that's really gonna be changing lives is the stuff that the own peer support teams within your city are gonna be doing. To truly break the stigma, we need to infiltrate from the inside and create a comprehensive peer support team. That's what we need to do, okay? So now I'm just gonna tell you quickly how we put the team together, okay? And some of the things that we did, okay? So bear with me, I'm gonna get through this real quick, okay? So the IFF peer support training was the thing that we saw after doing research. Before 2020, before that, we started doing research and talking to Steve, talking to other guys that helped me get this thing founded. And I saw what the IAF was doing. I read the thing, they got this 2-day course, and they're going to give you the template to the 10 steps to build a peer support team, which I got right there for anyone that wants it. There's the 10 steps to build a peer support team right up in front here, and our pamphlets are right there for the Jersey City if you want to take one and see what we're doing. But we followed them 10 steps to the T. We went to that 2-day training in Tonawanda. Where is that? Between Buffalo and Niagara Falls. Okay, I had no idea where it was. And we met Joe Casalino and Hugh Doherty, okay? And I loved what they were saying. We loved it there. We knew we got to bring this back to Jersey City. I also was very excited when we met them that we were taller than them, we had more hair than them, and we could beat them in push-ups without a doubt. Okay? All right? And just so you know, the new president for the IEFF is Ed Kelly, okay? And we got to meet him in North recently, me and Steve. I just wanted you to know that because I'm going to show you a video. The next video is the former president. But listen to the words she's saying. It's so true, okay? And I remember listening to that video going, wow, this is what we got to do.
We know that the incredible profession we all affectionately call the job can be stressful. Every single day, our members respond to terrible and tragic events that impact families and cause a lot of pain. In the fire service, we talk a lot about physical fitness and physical disabilities. But we often overlook the importance of behavioral wellness. And we may even miss or unintentionally overlook the most telling signs and symptoms of post-traumatic stress in our coworkers. One reason we miss or overlook these signs and symptoms is the stigma that surrounds those who may need help. That's why we created this awareness program. We now know that our members experience PTS at more than double the rate of the general population. To address our growing concern, this course is meant to provide a first step to talk about this critical problem within our ranks. You'll learn about the importance of balancing work and life stressors. You'll gain a basic understanding of the common behavioral health problems within the fire service and the available treatment options. And this course will give you the education and tools necessary to start making needed changes within your department to help those who need help. We are losing too many of our own. I hope this course helps you affect change for the better. Your sisters and brothers on the front lines need you. Thank you, and stay safe.
Okay, so the 10 steps from the IEFF. We followed these to the T. We created a really healthy program. The hardest step was getting a health clinician. We were like, who do you get? And then we got Dr. Frank Mateus from Jersey City. He's been awesome. He's here today. Thank you, Dr. Frank, for all the help. He's helped many people over the years. And just so everybody knows, all the unions and everybody out there, all you guys have been helping people over the years. And thank you, okay? We just need to work together. We want to get rid of the tough guy culture. Together we can really do that. But thanks to everybody. Okay? So we have quarterly meetings. That's Larry Curitan. He's always doing the filming for everybody, you know, and I appreciate that. And that's us. I love all of these people. We got a great special bond. You know how you bond with the guys in the firehouse? This is even more of a bond with these people here. I love them. Okay? I always loved my guys too, but they were nuts. Okay? So then the training, we do training all the time. We get all of our guys have all the IAF training, and we'll continue getting our new people IAFA training, and you need to do that to build your team, okay? We get certified training, not to build our confidence. That's why we get it. That's why you get the training, okay? It's not a resume. If you get guys that want to be on a team, they want another certification to put in their resume. That's not the guy you want on your team. You need people that really want to do something, make a change, and that's the people we got. It's from the heart, okay? I got to thank Ed Donnelly, the president of the FNBA. Are you here, Eddie? Say hello, thank you. I went to him, I went to the picnic in the summer, yeah. He told me, whatever you need, you got my full support, and he backed it up with helping us get training. We were using it, getting their training, getting our guys critical incident stress debriefing training. It's been going great. He hooked me up with Troy and Chris White and Troy Powell. Me and Troy talking all the time, planning things. He's getting me more training, and I really appreciate you guys. That's what this is all about, okay? It's not what union you're from, you're Democrat or Republican, you're black, white, you're Jewish, Christian. It's all about us all coming together, okay, and helping each other. That's what I love about this stuff, okay? So another thing that we've been doing, I go out and I vet different facilities, okay, different rehabs, different outpatients, different types of counseling in case there's a rehab that's full, that they can't get a guy. I just want different resources all over the place, okay, that are going to that are going to care about people and do the right thing. And it's not about money. I know people got to make money, but are you doing the right thing for the person that needs help? And that's what's important to us. I take out team members, we go to different places and we vet. These are some of the people with their names on there, and they've been a great help. And of course the International has got the Center of Excellence. But sometimes that's full and you gotta wait, okay? So a lot of different choices we got. The big part of the PS team is getting the word out. Thanks to Dr. Frank, we got the pamphlets, and we're able to get the pamphlets out to everybody, because somebody's got to pay for it. And all our names and numbers are on it. There's hotlines on there, and we got a website, jcfdpeersupport.com. It's simple, not fancy. You could go there, get a name, and call somebody. There's AA, NA, GA, suicide hotlines on our website. Okay, we're not experts. We just, if people are there, talk to people, share our experience, and if they need help, we direct them where they need to go. And important thing is we're all volunteers. I don't get paid 1 cent for doing this, okay? It's just something in my heart. I knew it was my calling, and I just stepped to the plate. And if I didn't have help, I wouldn't be here right now. So there's other people that got the same type of calling, and when we work together, great things happen. I just want to thank, before I forget, Meg McDermott for getting us the breakfast crumpets out there. Just before I forget, and Ben Goldman from Guardian for getting us the coffee, and somebody, and the FMBA for providing lunch for the class 2 days in a row. I didn't want to forget that. Thank you guys, okay? So you guys are in the class, so thanks to the FMBA. Okay. All right, so real quick, I'm going to go through this and I'll take it to a close, all right? The first part of peer support is one-on-one counseling, okay? We direct them, I send all this, everything's confidential. This is important though, we don't enable, we're not here to get the person out of trouble, we're here to help them face it, own it, and change for the better. And they gotta be willing to change, and if they don't, that's on them. The second part of peer support is a little more complicated, okay? First I want to thank Bob Baker, who helps the police in Jersey City, okay? And he's been a great asset to me, sharing his knowledge. When we had some incidents early on, I took him to Jersey City with multiple deaths or a child death, and I watched what he did. And then because I was getting training and I understood the concept, I realized, wow, I'm going to be more effective. Not because I'm better. I'm not. He's better. Okay? I'm going to be more effective because I'm a peer. And guys, I know where they've been. So when we go in a room, it's a little different. Okay? And we've done it a bunch of times in Jersey City. I did it with Steve. We take our guys out and mentor them to show them how to do it, because once you see it, if you got the ball for it, you see it done, you realize, wow, I can do this too. And it's very effective peer-to-peer, okay? So, we went to Carteret a couple of years ago. I was still on a job. I retired this year. They had a little child and a woman was mauled by a couple of pit bulls. It was a horrific scene. Somebody called up and asked us if we would go there. I was nervous as hell. I was nervous. So I went with Steve, and I went with Jimmy Farrell, who's on the team, okay? They're both on the job over 40 years, okay? They've seen everything. Who better to take? Jimmy's like, I don't want to go, I don't know what to say. I said, Jim, I don't want to go either, but if you're there, I'll feel strong knowing I got your support. We went there, it went extremely well, we got good feedback, and Jimmy wound up saying something there too, okay? It's really about listening when you go there. I'm not here to tell you about that, okay? Then there was another horrible incident, okay? And by the grace of God, this could have been me. Carlos Rivera overdosed in a firehouse in Newark in January 2015, 2022. Dayon called me up. It's the first time I met Captain Dayon. He's the peer support team leader in Newark. He wasn't then, okay? He was just Captain Dayon Cobbs. He called me out, heard we had a team. We came out there. It went pretty good. I'm still friends with some of them guys from the Park Avenue house to this day. And Dayon wanted to know what we were doing, and I said, by sheer coincidence, and I believe, God's hand's everywhere when you're doing the right thing, okay? By sheer coincidence, not even a month later, we were having a 2-day IAF training in Jersey City. And Dayon came out with the chief of the department, and they learned how to make their own peer support team. Dayon went back and started his peer support team. We mentored him a little bit, showed him what we were doing, and he took the ball and run. He's doing a really good job over there. He's going to say something at the end. Okay. Then they called us out again. Dayon called us out just recently with the tragedy in Newark, with the death of Augusto Ackerbo and Wayne Brooks. God rest their souls. Died in the line of duty. Okay, we went out there, we worked with the IAFF. I was just going there to assist. We were there, me and Cousin Stevie went. The IAF was there, Drew Kane took the lead, okay? And he treated us with the utmost respect because he knows that what we've been doing and developing in Jersey City. And we got to go to the firehouse and just to brief the guys in the firehouse. And then the chief of department and Dayon called us up again and asked if I would come out. They were going to have a debriefing with the chiefs, and this was a great honor to me. Okay, and this is where peer-to-peer works and where you need all different ranks involved. Okay, because I went with one of my battalion chiefs, was Bill Raleigh, I took there. Okay, and at the meeting was the chief of the department from Newark, Dayon Cobbs, the peer support team leader, and the incident commander, the deputy chief, and all his battalion chiefs. And it was just peer-to-peer talking. Okay, you want somebody? Is anybody going to talk about the job if it's an outside person coming in? Who's going to understand an incident commander but another incident commander that's got to stand outside a building? Okay, so it was very powerful, and this stuff really works, and it's so needed. Okay, all right. And the benefits of the peer team is, of course, a lot of benefits. I think we covered them all. Happier, healthier workplace, better, happy atmosphere for the job and community. Reduces long-term stress. Reduces turnover. Reduces healthcare costs, that ain't the big concern. Reduces workers' compensation claims. Here's the big one. Hope for a healthier lifestyle for work and home. The main purpose of the peer support team is to save lives and families from death and despair. There is no greater love than for a man to lay down his life for his friends. And the guys in Newark just did that. Okay? We do this on the job. We need to do this off the job when people are struggling with stress and anxiety. We are each other's keeper. That's our motto, all right? That should be all our mottos, okay? I am my brothers and sisters' keeper, okay? And that's going to conclude the presentation. We're just going to do a couple of testimonies, and then we're going to thank the sponsor that gave this class. So the guys that I asked to do a testimony, and then Dayon's going to say something after the testimony. Who wants to be the first one? We'll get to you in a second. Rich Fester, come on. Real short, guys, okay?
I can stand behind that, right? Yeah, I just want to thank you for calling me up first. I know in the past I was your number one guy. That's probably why you chose me. So thanks everybody for coming. Paul, thank you for calling me up. I just want to share a little bit of something about myself today. My name is Richard Dressler. A couple of years ago, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know where I was going. By the grace of God, I'm alive. It took a long time to get me to say I needed help because I'm a tough guy. Men don't ask for help. Women don't ask for help. Obviously, Paulie got here early, said all the stuff by himself. He didn't ask for help. We learn every day that we need to ask for help. Just sometimes we don't know how to do it. And I was so lost. One day I called the chief. I said, dude, I'm not coming to work today. And without an argument, because he knew my struggles, the reason why I went down there and asked him if I could work for him as DA was because I knew I was dipping my toes in the water, that eventually I was either going to die or I was going to survive and I was going to get help and I was going to get better. I called him up that morning, June 16th, and I said, dude, I'm not coming to work. I had already started drinking. There was a little traffic on my way to work, and I said, oh, let me have a couple of beers. Couple led to a little bit more, and I'm not just a drinker. I was involved in whatever you can imagine. And he said, no, dude, no problem, I'll call you later. And about 5 hours later, I called him back and I said I had had enough, that I needed help. And the highest honor, in my opinion, that you can bestow upon somebody is asking them for help. And within 20 minutes, there were 5 other people working behind the scenes to get me the help that I needed. At that time, I didn't think I was worth it. For 17 years prior to that, I didn't think I was worth it. My mother lives with me, my father passed away, I was raising my son. What they saw was a monster who didn't come home when he didn't feel like coming home. I would disappear for 3 or 4 days, 5 days, call up sick, call out on a CT. I made an excuse for everything. Money was never a problem. I worked 2 jobs, I had enough to do whatever I wanted. Now I take a step back, close my eyes, and I can see things clearly on how the program works. And it just doesn't work for people like me, right? And I'm real good at recognizing people like me, right? I'm at a party, I know the people that are like me, right? I know them because I can see it in their eyes, what I had in my eyes. And I would stay away from everybody else who wasn't like me. My challenge to everyone after hearing what the peer support team is about is to reach out of your comfort zone, and when you see someone like me, offer the help that you think you can offer and send them in the direction that your teams are going to go under the guidance of how we're all working together. North put together their team, Jersey City. I know Drew came over from New York and I met him personally, and then Joe from Rhode Island. Joe was so nice he even tattooed JC on his arm. And we got along real well.
Rich, you gotta wrap this up.
With that, I know Paulie's always, I don't mean to drag it on. Recognize when there's a problem. Don't be afraid to tap somebody on the shoulder and just have a conversation with them. You may save that person's life. Thank you for your time.
I just want to say, I know Richie, he's crazy, but I love him. I gotta tell you this, he's one of the smartest people I ever met. Okay, he's got a heart of gold, okay? And he was my age. He knew how to handle people, he treated people with respect, okay? And handled a lot of problems down in the office. A lot of calls coming down in Jersey City at their office. Unbelievable. He changed his life around. He became a better father. His mother at his ceremony came up to me crying, thanking me for helping him get sober. Because when we're not living right, okay, and doing things crazy and living on the dark side, okay, it affects all the people around us. We help one person. It not only helps that person, it helps the wife, the mother, the father, the family, the kids, okay? So we affect a lot of people when you help one person. The chief of the department is going to speak now from Newark, okay? He's now the director in Newark, the fire director, assistant director, and I'm going to let him have the floor because he's got to leave. He's got to go to a meeting.
Good morning. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul, for putting this together. This is such an important aspect of the fire service, which we didn't realize. I know I didn't realize until I became chief of the department, as you expressed. As a firefighter coming up, you see guys with challenges, guys that have been around during the riots, guys that have been around for a long time. And as a pro, we sit in the firehouse, you see the different challenges that they were going through. But you think, it just happened. But fast forward up the ranks and seeing all the tragedies and things that Paul put up here, which just hits home over the years, that this is a dangerous profession. This is a profession that we chose, that we love. And we're faced with, the toughest times of people's lives. And we don't realize the effects that it has on us. And it hit really hard on me as the chief of the department in the city of Newark. And 16, I took on the command, 2016. And when I took it on, UASI reached out to them and said they had 2 spots for peer resilience courses. I chose Dayon, and I chose another person, Ron Lucas, Captain Ron Lucas, for the position. Didn't think I would need it, didn't understand the whole mental challenge, the mental health aspect. Didn't understand the fact that what I've seen years ago was still affecting us daily. Did have some people who are in trouble, send them to get help, receive calls in some cases from family members, from their wives, saying thank you for helping them, thank you for sending them. Still didn't put it together. Still didn't put it together until January 15th, 2022, when we lost Carlos. And that hit home. It hit home. We came on a job together. We worked on the same tour together. We worked in the same battalion, semi. And I was thinking to myself, like, how could we prevent this from happening? How could we prevent the tragedy after the tragedy, where I lose more members through the things that Paul expressed? It's not that one incident that you have to worry about only. You have to worry about what happens after that, the tragedies that we lose through drug and alcohol abuse, through problems at home, through all the list of steps that he named. So I called on Dayon and I asked him. He was alone, and we had a whole tour and a whole station, double company station to deal with. And he had the wherewithal to reach out to Jersey City, who already had a program set up. The program was great. The guys came in, they spoke to our guys, they came back and spoke to the other tours. And fast forward, I go over to Jersey City, and I'm open to a class of 20 plus, 30 plus people who you've seen in the film, who knew what they were talking about, who were learning from the IFF. And thank you, IFF, for coming in to teach our career counseling courses. So no longer sitting around the table and, we could cure cancer at the kitchen table in the fire station. But it's not healthy. It's not healthy what we experience. You need to hear from somebody who knows what they're talking about, somebody who has, you don't have to be proficient, but you have to be able to guide them in the right direction and say, nah, here, kid, take this, sit down and shut up. You'll be all right. Somebody that can say, okay, call this person, or someone of your own peer, your own ethnic background, or your own gender that you can speak to. And that's what this course offers. That's what this program offers. A good guidance on preventing tragedy after the tragedy. Because we're going to be faced with tragedies, and I've accepted that in this profession. That tragedy is a part of our DNA. They're going to call us when it's bad. They're going to call us when it's their worst moments. And I'm not going to hold you up too much longer, but the program has been a success, and I encourage every department throughout the country, throughout the state of New Jersey especially, to establish this type of program. And if you need help, just like Jersey City was there for us, reach out to Newark. We have great members of our peer counseling group who can come out just as well as Jersey City came out to us, and we definitely want to open it up to everybody. And also, thank everybody, and I'm sure members of in this room, and are not in this room, or departments, for all the support for our loss of Captain Augusto Akabo and Captain Wayne Brooks, Jr. The outpouring, the phone calls, the texts, the emails are greatly supported, are greatly accepted, and thank you. And also the attendance and the support of the family throughout this process. And I appreciate you all. Thank you. I don't want to hold you up too much. Enjoy the sessions. And thank you again, Paul. All right.
Daniel was the peer support team leader in Newark, New Jersey.
Good morning, everybody. As you guys know, I'm Captain Leon Cobbs, Ladder 543, North Fire Department. First off, I want to thank Paul. Thank you for having this event. Thank you for inviting me. Once again, I keep saying it. Thank you so much for the help that you've provided for us over here in York. You've been a great asset, great valuable mentor, and a great friend. We started this program, as you guys know, 2 years ago with the tragic death of Captain Carlos Rivera in our Park Avenue firehouse. Soon after that, we became determined that we needed our own peer counselor, and really, I just wanted to get something good out of something that was so horrible, and that's how this all started. Since then, we've helped our brother and sister firefighters with everything from suicides, depression, divorce, alcohol abuse, substance abuse, serious mental health problems, schizophrenia, you name it, we've kind of dealt with it. We also dealt with the loss of Captains Brooke and Akabu. We've even been able to help family members. We've even been able to help family members who were suffering mental health crisis. They were not even in this country. We've gotten a lot accomplished over these past 2 years. We've even had a pilot program with the assistance of a mental health group from Israel, where they developed an interactive online program for our members. We found that to be very effective and successful. We developed relationships with other departments. They've come in to help us when we needed them. Jersey City, North Hudson. We've had departments from all over come in and lend us a hand when we needed it. We've developed relationships with other clinicians. We've developed relationships with facilities to help our members with mental health issues, substance abuse, alcohol abuse. We've done a lot. I'm proud to say in this group right here, we have our first dispatcher. I don't know if he's here, Sylvester, but I'm proud to have him join us. We've had a spouse. She is going to develop a peer support group for spouses of our members. We've done a lot. Let me see. She's had her first meeting. Also, I'm happy to say that in these past 2 years, these are all the things that we've done, with all the things that we've done, with all the people that we've helped. I'm very proud, but I'm not satisfied. There's still more that we can do. I know that at this moment we have members who are still struggling. They still need us. They're going through their problems alone, and that's why you guys are here. That's why we're here. This is a very nice presentation. This is a very nice event. But when this is over, there's some hard work that has to get done. And thank you guys for taking up this call.
So we're going to start to wrap this up. Okay? I just want to say there's a couple of testimonies. We're going to cut that short. But I just want to say my friend Mohammed Shanabari from Jersey City, he's here. He came to give the test. You're in a class, right? You're in a class today, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to say he got sober. He's, 2 years now? Yeah, almost 2 years. Okay. Mo, come up here real quick. Okay. All right. You got it. Just real quick. You got to give us like a condensed testimony. How your life changed.
Every day I would come into work, hungover or probably still drunk. Paulie wouldn't judge. he would just see in my eyes, and he would say, I'm here when you're ready. That's very important for the peer support team. As a firefighter or a chief or a captain, we work with these people 24 hours. We know what's going on, even if they don't. So just pay attention, be there, and be that shoulder in the ear to talking to. I'm just going to make this real quick. I'm not really going to get into a lot of other things, but my life has totally changed. It's all from opening it up and being there. Even being there for others helps a lot. That's why I'm here today. That's why I enjoy doing this. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Mostly married a long time. He's got 7 kids, so he straightened out his life. Believe me, that's affected that whole family. Okay, so now I'm going to wrap it up, and we just got to thank our sponsor. Mike, you want to come up? So, Mike gave a generous gift of paying for this, sponsoring this class, okay, the 2-day course, and he deserves all the credit for what he does for the 9/11 community, okay? These are the illnesses that are related to the 9/11 World Trade Center health benefit. Anyone that was there, okay, anyone that was at 9/11, okay, that was in the danger zone south of Canal Street, okay, if you have any of these illnesses, you get full benefits. Free health care, it covers PTSD, mental health, okay, prescriptions. If you have any of them cancers, and firefighters, #1 is skin cancer. Okay, I had skin cancer myself already. I'm in this program. Okay, and it's a lot of guys are getting sick. Okay, over the years. Okay, this is 9/11, right? There's 343 firefighters dead that day. Okay, that's surpassed. The guys that are dying from 9/11 cancers have surpassed that day at this point. So we were there too. Okay, and we got guys that are dying now from 9/11 illnesses and 9/11 cancers. We got minor death duty already in Jersey City, and more to follow in the future because of it. Okay? Okay. That's my friend Daniel McNamara, Captain Mac. He mentored me into doing this peer support by helping me when I was struggling years ago. And he's struggling now. He's got throat cancer, started 3 years ago. He's got prostate cancer and now lung cancer. Okay? And he's in a program, and a client of Battersea McGarry. So he said, this is what he texted me last night because he wanted to be here. What is taking place today in Keene is a monumental step forward for all our first responders and their constituents. So we now have a sanctuary for help for all those in need, and now in the near future. Deputy Chief Paul Drennan, Chief of the Department Stephen Drennan, and a team, and Michael Barish, attorney for the 9/11 community and sponsor of today's glorious event. Bravo to all of you who continue to put our members' lives and well-being first. Thank you for all you do. Your dedication blesses me. God gets all the glory. And that's coming from Danny Mack. That's going through a huge battle in his life right now. So here's what you got to do. You got to sign up when you're healthy. Don't wait till you get sick. You can sign up today or tomorrow. We're going to be here. Everybody that's here today is going to get one of them bags, and you take them home and you look at the paperwork. You could call me. You could call Val Velasquez Stats, who's here. Most of you guys already know who she is, working for Battersea McGarry. You know, she's very passionate about helping people as well. Okay? There's $10 million in the fund. It's funded until 2090. It's there for us. There's plenty of money for everybody. You're not taking it from New York. They're all in the program. Firefighters have a hard time asking for help, just like the stigma of getting help for mental health. Do it for your family. Put your pride on the side. You'll get all the benefits that come with it. You were there, you deserve it. Please be each other's advocate. Everybody gets this. All first responders, volunteers, widows, civilians, you're all eligible for it. Even the volunteers that were over there. Everybody that was there in the danger zone, even civilians. Don't assume that you qualify. Ask us. We're here today. Ask us and we'll let you know. We'll help you every step of the way. That's what we do. We don't leave you hanging. We coach you all the way through the paperwork. We need to be each other's keeper. Okay? And I want everybody, Mike, do you want to say something?
I just want to say it's a privilege to be sponsoring this. This is amazing. I had no idea how important this all is. So good for you. I'm really
I with our heart, and he loves helping the firefighters, that's what he does. Thank you all, make sure you talk to him, thank him for the class. Sorry, IAFF, that I took the time in the class. Guys, everybody take a break, get a cup of coffee, and have, and go see Mike, and Mingo. We got people, outside agencies from, the healthcare service here to talk to, and you can get other resources from them as well. Thank you.